along this evening. I'm going to try and make the cinema go for the first time off these bikes. It being the first time, don't be surprised if it doesn't work. So it's an experiment. I wanted to try out, firstly, two ways of doing this cinema. The first one is, well, I'll tell you about the bikes first. I'll tell you who I am. My name's Jonathon, and I'm a physicist, and I make exercise bike electricity generators. The bikes are using Fisher and Paykel washing machine motors to make the electricity. They have permanent magnets in them, and when a magnet passes by a wire, it makes a current flow, it induces a current. So these motors from Fisher and Paykel washing machine motors make good generators because they have permanent magnets in them. What they're doing is they're making 100 volts DC. So the cable, this red cable here, is coming straight off the bikes, and it's all 15 bikes connected together, and it's 100 volts DC. So I'm going to run my laptop and the data projector on 100 volts DC, but they're both made to run on 240 volts AC, but they will run on DC. The only problem I have now is I need nearly 15 people pedalling at once to make that data projector go, and if they stop pedalling, the data projector will stop and it will be highly likely to burn out its globe because it needs a cool down cycle. So that's the first part of this experiment. The second part of this experiment is we will run the commercial data projector or whatever it is back there. He doesn't want me to run it on DC because it might blow it up. We're going to run it on AC, so I've got a whole lot of electronics here, in particular an inverter which will make 240 volts AC out of this 100 volts DC and run his gear out the back. But I firstly just wanted to see if this will work, and I need 15 people to see if it will work. So you're part of the experiment tonight to see if this actually works. So 100 kilos of electronics here, or red cable is the alternative, and we're going to try the red cable. You don't need to pedal quickly, you just need to pedal evenly, and it might get hard as the load comes on. It gets hard to pedal because you feel the electricity is being made with your legs. The more you power, the harder it gets to pedal. The other thing is, how much power does it make? Well, for an adult pedalling this bike, they're probably making about 200 watts of electricity from their legs. If you're an Olympic cyclist, you could probably make near on a kilowatt for about 1 or 2 minutes, and then you'd be absolutely wrecked. But for a normal person, about 200 watts. I've got 15 bikes here, so theoretically we've got 3 kilowatts of electricity, which should be a damn lot of electricity, more than we need to run that data projector, but we're going to just see what happens. So you're going to have to bear with me with this. This is just a preamble experiment, so the real show is coming on later. I'm just going to run my data projector and laptop up, and all you people, you just have to pedal evenly and consistently. If they don't try and do something to me with that cable. Start pedalling evenly and consistently for about 10 minutes, I'm afraid, which will seem like a long time.